Come on, check this out.
Hey everybody, welcome back to, what are we? We are Fishing with Stoney Stone.
Yes.
And my co-host,
Darren.
with Team Sift. What's going on, everybody? Another week. It is Monday. Happy Labor Day to everybody.
Yep.
Hope you guys had a great day. We had some brisket today. And
Good stuff.
Cream corn
Good stuff.
and beans. And man, it was, I
Very
feel
good.
like a food coma right now.
Yep.
Yep.
Very good. I got to admit it. Very good.
I got
You do know how to cook
I do know how to do something.
when you're not trying to burn stuff down.
This is true. Man, we got a great show tonight. We have a guest on from Clear Lake. We're going to bring on Dave Quinn at some point here to talk about Clear Lake Catfishing. He runs a business out there as a catfish guide, and we'll get to know him a little bit more. And we'll have to figure out who he is. I don't know if he's iPhone or somebody else, but we will get him introduced and on here shortly. Fishing this weekend. We did some fishing. If you guys follow me on all of the socials, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, posted a few pictures and videos. Anthony and I finally got a salmon on our boat. Been trying for a while. We go out with a lot of guides, and I would say the one thing that helped us a lot, there's two things that helped us a lot. One was going out with Rod Stoddard with Stoddard's Guide Service. He showed us a few things, a couple spots on how he does things. We've been talking a lot with Warren Fredrickson. He's been on the fish and got some tips from him. But the biggest thing for me personally was Kevin's podcast on Thursday that I do with him. Real Talk with Kevin Brock on Thursday nights at 7 o'clock. He was given some in-depth tricks on how to catch salmon on the Feather River. And the cool part was he wasn't just go to this spot, go to that spot. He did a deep dive explanation on why you go to those spots. What are you looking for? How to read the water? You know, what depths you should be at? You know, things along those lines. How to do your rigging based on how the fish are fishing now. Right? It changes.
Yes.
The fish are moving. The fish are swimming upriver.
Yep.
They're going up there to spawn. They're not there to hang out. So when things change and the fish stop, making their transition upriver, you're going to change how you fish for them. So definitely check into Kevin's podcast on Thursdays. He's back from Gold Beach. He's driving back today. And we will definitely be doing some more video and footage with him on the water. And he will, loves to share information. So watch for more to come out with him. Speaking of Gold Beach, saw a few Facebook posts today. There's some tragedy happened out there. It was either yesterday, today, sometime in the last few days. Details are still coming out about what happened, but there's some people that lost their lives. We don't know the complete details, but our hearts and thoughts go out, prayers go out to the families that lost their lives. And
definitely,
as more details come up, it's not my place to get into what I know, but I'll wait for it to kind of come out through social media and what have you. But it is some people we know that were involved that didn't die. But there are some people that had some issues, so our hearts, it goes out to them. Yep. Not to put a downer on everybody, but
some prayers.
If you're a prayer person, definitely go out and give some prayers. We're doing some more upgrades. We have a new soundboard for recording. We got some new mics that we got going. Sound effects that I can't hear. I don't know.
Yeah, we can't hear that.
Great, or it could be totally making it a fool of us. I
have
no idea.
He'd probably make it a fool of us.
He's probably making a fool of it. He's all laughing. Yeah, but I think Dave's trying to get back on. He might have dropped. So speaking of, he's trying to get connected. One of the things that we're having a challenge of, we do upgrades, every other week or so is, we get some money, get some funding, get some ideas. One of the things we want to do is change the platform that we're doing this on. Right now it's through Zoom. It works. We started with Facebook Live, which limited just to Facebook, and then we still have to do the post-production download. It was just kind of a process. We went to Zoom. I can record it, then I can post the video out to wherever I want to post to all the social media sites, YouTube, what have you. But I think we're going to upgrade here shortly, probably sometime next month or September. So sometimes this month.
Oh, probably after your vacation.
Probably after my vacation.
Yeah.
Oh shit! It's September already.
Yeah.
2 weeks I'll be going.
You're going.
But we're going to upgrade to a software where we can stream the podcast live to hopefully not TikTok. It'll go to Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram live as we're doing it.
Oh, very nice.
So I think we'll get more reach, more people to participate, more people involved, and see how that goes. We had Dieter Melhorn on last week, a big
Very
catfish
good
guy
show.
out of North Carolina. So you guys haven't seen that, definitely go check that out. Dieter, is a well-known catfish guy. Ken joined in last time, had a little reminiscing there that he knows who he is. But great guy. I'm looking forward to get to know him more. But we talked a little bit about different software, so we're going to do a thing. Well, one thing that he was surprised with, he's like, "Man, you take live calls?" I was all, "Aren't you afraid?" I'm like, "No, I got a producer that will just kick them out, mute them, do whatever." So hopefully we can get them. But yeah, I like doing the live interaction. You never know what you're going to get. It's kind of like fishing.
Yeah.
Kind of throw it out. You don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah, we went salmon fishing this weekend.
Yeah, so tell us about your trip.
Oh, God. It wasn't good.
It wasn't
good. No, we got on the water. We decided to launch at Star Bend there and never been there. It's quite narrow little ramp. There's no dock to it either. So, which wasn't too bad. I mean, we worked it out. But as soon as we started to head out onto the river, I was kind of off a little channel there. My motor died.
Oh, no.
So I used my trolling motor to get us up away from the entrance to the ramp there, and so we could let everybody in and out that needed to go in and out, and threw anchor and couldn't get the main motor to run. So we ran on the kicker motor for the day. I'm sure people are looking at us like, what the hell's wrong with these guys? They're cruising upriver on the kicker motor instead of the main motor.
You're just trolling.
So we were only able to hit one spot. We didn't get any salmon. Now I've got to obviously figure out what's wrong with the boat. But we were only, I would say, not even 100 yards down from where you were at,
Right.
where you caught your fish yesterday. So
And that's the thing it's interesting, as we learned from Kevin in his podcast, is the fish are moving, right? So they're not camping out, they're not sitting in the deep holes, they're not, they're just swimming, they're just moving. They're on a freight train, right? Or as he said, at a highway. They're just running up river. And the challenge for the fishermen is you have to find the highway. Where is that road, right? So you got this wide river. Where in that river channel are they going? Are they going shallow? Are they going deep? Where are they going? And the one thing that he was saying is you got to find that 8 to 10 foot of water.
right.
If you can get to that 8 foot, you can probably get away with 7 feet. But if you're in that depth of water and run a 3 foot dropper, you're putting that lure pretty much in the middle of the water column. And that's where you need to be, right? Right there in the middle.
Okay.
And so you look at the depth of water that you're going to be fishing in and adjust your dropper to fit that.
Okay.
So, that's kind of the other thing. And Chris said use side imaging. That's another thing. So when we were with Rob, he was using side imaging, and you can see the fish coming up. You saw, the shadows. You saw the side imaging view. So you knew fish were coming up. And then it was a matter of, when you saw those fish coming up, were they to the left, to the right, or did they come up and you didn't get hit at all? Well, then you adjust. Move your boat over to the left, move your right. And the one thing that we learned when we went with Rob was anchor. We always anchor in the, our pleat is in the middle. So when we anchor, the boat is straight to the anchor. Well, he did the same thing, but when he saw the fish going to the right, he went and he pulled his anchor over to the right, the side pleat of the boat. So it took the boat and totally shifted it like 4 to 5 feet over to the other side. And then if the fish were the other way, you could pull that and go to the other side of the boat and it would re-anchor. So you had this pretty long spread wide where you can adjust left or right. So if you think you got it figured out, then you can make some minor tweaks. But once you do that, then you know where to go next time, right? So once you find those holes, so, Anthony and I over the last few weeks have found 4 or 5 different spots we know we can anchor in. And get on that runway. So it's just a matter of once you pick your spot, it's a waiting game, right? And that's what we did. We picked a spot. We got on the water by 4:45. I think we launched at 4:30. Got to our spot, sitting in the dark. You can't fish for about a half hour before sunlight. So we were just sitting there chilling for a while, and as soon as we can drop lines in, and I think our first fish was at 8:30. So we saw them coming through. And but did we get any more after that? Nope. Use planer boards are better. So planer boards, Warren uses planer boards out there. We have them on the boat,
Yeah.
We thought about it, and with just the four of us, me and Anthony, or the two of us with four rods,
Mm-hmm.
we didn't put a planer board out. We kept, wanted to keep them a little tight together behind the
Right.
boat. We did use some, I think there were 9-foot rods on the outside. So we really
Okay.
pushed those rods out with 9-foot rods.
Right.
And then we had the 7 foot. So there's a, bigger
Okay.
wide spread there.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so you just got to find that runway. you
Yeah.
know, and,
And I think we were in the right spot when we got up to the top, but I think we got a little frustrated just with
and that'll
the
throw you
motor
off.
problems and
Yep.
everything else. It was just like, we sat there we sat there till about 11:30 and we're like, let's just get out of here.
Yep.
That way my thinking already for the day was, okay, how do I fix my boat?
Right. You're already checked out.
Yeah.
You're already checked out.
So,
I'm just looking here to see if there's text messages from this guy up here.
Just actually disconnected. Here it comes back.
Okay,
oh,
cool.
okay.
That was a nice filler.
Yeah.
Darren, thanks for talking a lot. I'm just kidding. So I can't get an edge in as why you just keep
Yeah.
talking.
Yep.
So it looks like he's getting back in, right?
Yeah.
So cool.
Okay. Perfect.
But yeah, so we're going to be beating up the salmon. I'm actually taking Eric out and his daughter next Sunday and see if we can get them on a fish. And Quinn is back. I don't see a little. You must be unmuted now.
Dave.
I
Dave.
think I am.
There you
There
are,
we
buddy.
go.
What's up?
There we go.
Glad you figured it out. I had a guest last week that could not figure it out.
Week before.
Week before.
Yeah.
Yeah, a fishing guide, and he's a great guide. He is just not tech savvy at all,
Yep.
and could not figure out Zoom. So once we make things simpler, hopefully we can get him back on. So how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. You have a great holiday today? You do anything
Oh
fun?
yeah, I'm sitting here bloated right now.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for food coma.
Yep.
We smoked a so I get up early to go fishing, and my wife said, "Are you going to get up in time to cook?" We were doing a brisket and shit. I put that brisket on at 3 o'clock this morning,
Mm-hmm.
and man, it was fire. It came out good.
Very good.
So Dave, tell us a little bit about who you are. People that don't know you, not your whole life story, but tell us a little bit about what you do, who you are, and where you're from.
I'm originally from Michigan, Southeast Michigan. It's where I did a lot of my fishing growing up through the years, and my wife's owned a house here in North Lakeport for 25 years, and we spent the last 17 years working up on Donner Summit at Sugar Bowl Ski Resort.
Okay.
Okay.
I was a manager there. She was a manager there. So a lot of fishing. That's all I do is fish. That kind of gets her a little, just like everybody else's wife, they get a little upset sometimes.
A little bit.
But yeah, we did
Yep.
an awful lot of fishing. That's all I do really.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy it. I've been doing it for all my life. So 60 plus years,
Keeps you out of the bars.
Yep.
Keeps you out of the bars. That's right.
It's not any cheaper, but it's
No, it's more expensive than the bars.
Yeah.
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 So where
Yeah,
are you
but a lot
fishing
of-
now?
What's that?
Where do you fish now?
All I'm doing right now for right now is Clear Lake. That's all
Okay.
I'm doing.
And
I'm
what do you do?
doing-
You have a guide business? What do you
Yeah, I've got a guide business. I started it in April.
in
Like the
April?
middle
So
of
fairly new.
Yeah, I started it in April. It's been going pretty well. I'm getting a lot of locals they want to bring their kids out, which I enjoy. That's the best part of it is that when I've got kids on the boat, I have the
Yep.
most fun with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty. I haven't done much down in the south end. I've gone down to Rattlesnake a couple times, but most of the time I've stayed north of the Narrows, and I've done the whole shore up here on the north end of the lake. I know the whole north end already.
Well, that's good to know because we don't know much about the north
Yeah.
end. We're usually on the Rattlesnake, Redbud, all up in there, Monitor Island, all in the part of the lake. And we've used to do some in the north end, but not too much. And it's been a
Yeah,
it's been a minute.
I'm pretty much sticking up this way because I launch out of Lakeside Park, which is between Lakeport and Kelseyville,
Okay.
the county park. It's a really nice launch, really nice park.
I've seen it when we drive going over to the
Lakeport area.
Lakeport side. We drive by that little park there.
Yeah, and Soda Bay Road there.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, that's where I've been launching out of. Library Park's closer, but I like the I like the ambiance at Lakeside Park a lot better.
Okay.
Ambience at the park, but you're going to be out on the water. Okay.
Yeah, well,
Hey.
the parking and everything like that is a lot better.
That's a
It's a little
better.
more, it's a little more secure. Put it
Oh,
that
come on.
way.
It's Clear Lake. Nothing happens in Clear Lake.
So how's the fishing been up there lately?
It was, I did the last two Catfish Bashes, and it was terrible for me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
just those 2 days out there, that was bad.
Yeah.
But
And
other than that, I can't complain whatsoever. I've had a lot of days with 20 to 30 fish to the boat in a 6 hour
Okay.
trip.
so you've done the two last bashes, you said, right?
Yeah,
So the two bashes you did were I would say, the more challenging of the bashes
Very
because you're in the
challenging.
middle of the day from 12 noon
right.
to 8, right? And it's interesting. A lot of people, have complained about that. What are you doing? It's really hard. It's like it's the worst time to fish. And my comment has been, well, everybody's got to fish the same thing,
Yep.
right? So if we always have a tournament and it's always at, break a day, prime time to fish, everybody catches fish. And the guys that always catch always win. So we're like, let's mix this up a little bit. And a few other reasons, right? But I mean, mainly what I like about it, and it kind of was one of those things that came out of it. It wasn't planned that way, but it ended up turning out to be that way. Is by throwing in Lake Mendocino a couple times, with some small weights, totally different lake, throwing in two middle of the day tournaments, which really threw it. If you look at the leaderboard, you look at the standings, it messed up a lot of teams.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as people think that, sometimes you go out there, you catch a lot of fish, sometimes you don't. But let's go separate the pro fishermen from the non-pro fishermen, just put a title on it, go out in the middle of the day and see what you can do. And it leveled the field. There was teams
It
that
did.
always bring in big fish, 60-pound bags, pulling in no fish, one fish, two fish, bluefish.
Well, what surprises me is you're saying that you've had some days where you're getting 20, 30 fish over there on the north side of the lake. One of the guys that fished the last bash was Herb, who's got the lake record out there. He decided to go to the north side of the lake, and he brought back one fish.
Yep.
So it just is the middle of the day. It's hot. I know the weather's been changing up there a little bit too.
Yep.
Um,
And we see a lot of guides that enter the tournaments, and it's not because you're a guide means you're going to do great in a tournament.
right.
It's totally different, right?
Yep.
As you've witnessed in the last two tournaments.
Yeah,
And
I
I
have.
think a lot of it, at least for me, is I can go out there and fun fish and catch a ton of fish, go into tournament mode, and end up with one or two. And I
Hmm.
think a lot of it is, do you know how to fish a tournament? Do you know
Right.
how to manage your time? Do you know how to work under pressure? Do you know how
Hmm.
to work with the dynamics of a teammate?
Yep.
Is your teammate getting drunk and acting a fool? Are you out there to win? Are you out there to have a good time? What is it that, so there's a lot that goes into tournament fishing that
Hmm.
people don't think about until you start doing it. And you're either going to like it or you're not.
Oh, and then for myself, I don't know about you, Dan, but I start overthinking it.
Yep, you
I
overthink.
bring way too much freaking bait. I'll usually have 6 or 7 different types of bait and way too much bait. And then it's like you're just overthinking it, I think. And I think when you front fish or as a guide, you've narrowed your baits probably down to 2 or 3, maybe 4 baits that you use mostly.
Yeah, I've narrowed. All I basically use large mackerel cut bait
Okay.
and cherry jello chicken.
Cherry
Okay.
gel. So if you
That's pretty
watched our
much what I use.
podcast last week and we had Dieter Mellhorn on talking about baits, because I figure I had him on, I wanted to get it right from him. The guy's been doing this, pretty well known guy. Give me the lowdown on the chicken.
Yeah.
And it's kind of interesting is, from Jello chicken to Kool-Aid chicken to garlic chicken to stinky chicken to chicken feet to watermelon chicken. And it was funny, interesting. He's told us he's done all these tests, he's done all these things, and the one that usually outweighs everything else is just plain
Plain
chicken.
chicken.
With nothing, just plain chicken.
Yep. Yep.
And
What I've found about it is that the difference with the jello chicken is the gelatin toughens it up,
okay,
and
Yeah.
it seems to stay hooked up better on the hook than it just if you put it on there plain. So
Okay.
gelatin
Okay.
gives it a solid
Right.
solid
Okay.
bite onto the hook.
It does. Yeah, I've noticed that it does kind of almost like cures it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it cures it. It toughens it up a bit.
Yeah.
Well, actually used because the Kevin Brock sardine
Brian.
brine,
Okay.
or even his roe cure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll put it on chicken. Why? Because of that. It toughens it up.
Right.
And the roe cure dyes it a nice color,
Yeah.
just like the Jello does.
Yeah.
So, and the sardine cure does the same thing. It just tightens that meat up a little bit and probably adds a few flavor enhancers or something, but
Right. Right. Okay.
a few more tricks.
Yeah.
All right. So if we want to book a trip with you, somebody wants to book a trip with you, what are your rates? What are you doing? How many people you take out? How does the process? Is there a
Well,
website,
right,
phone number?
right, yeah. Of course, right now I'm limited to like anybody else. You're limited to 3 paying customers on the boat.
Yeah.
It's not a 6-pack or anything like that. So you can get 3
Right.
people. I do 20% discounts for veterans, active duty, and first responders.
Okay.
You know,
Beautiful.
police, whatever. I do 20% discounts. Right now, my rates are I've kept them down to, it's a new business, so I've kept the rates down to draw in business.
Right.
Um, right now they're 350, and that's a 5 or 6 hour trip. Like yesterday, I did and locals are Lake County locals are 300.
Is that
Okay.
per person or for the boat?
No, for the boat.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
price. That's a good price.
And I'm trying to do some things like taking out youth in the community, pro bono, special needs kids and things like that.
That's awesome. That's
No,
that's really good.
that's great. And you'll find, it is going from being a fisherman to a business person.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot that goes into it, right? Your price, your marketing, your customer base, all those things. And when I started my photography business, has nothing to do with fishing. It's a business, but I just took all the high tech stuff that I learned in business, applied it to a photography business, which I could apply to a guide business. But learning how to run a business is huge. It's not all about, I mean, you got to catch fish, obviously,
Yeah.
but all the other soft skills, all that stuff that he's talking about with the net, what I call networking, getting involved with the veterans, getting involved with the youth, getting involved with your local community,
Locals. Yeah.
getting to know people. And the thing that I learned in business is there's just 3 things. You got to know, like, and trust. Those 3 things. And it's usually in that order. First, they got to know you. How do they get to know you? By doing exactly what, Dave's doing, right? Those things is how people get to know you. As they get to know you, they decide whether they're going to like you or not. They're either going to
Right.
like you or they don't, right? And if they like you, then it's a matter of, okay, do I trust the guy,
Yep.
right? So know, like, and trust. If you do those 3 things in any business you do, guide business, photography business, real estate, whatever it is,
Yep.
you're going to do so much better. And that's what a lot of people forget about.
Right.
They just think that
Right.
I'm the best, whatever it is, fisherman, whatever, photographer, whatever it is. It takes more than that. You can be the best there is, but if you don't know how to run a business,
Yeah.
you're not making money. So
How did the locals and the local guides up there receive you when you started your business up there?
Oh, it's been good. I've been a couple of the other catfish guys. They'll remain unnamed, but we've been networking together,
that's,
Okay.
and that's worked out real well.
So-
that's good because most
Yeah.
catfishermen seem to not get along.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So is there?
I'm not
you
that.
think that?
Hey, you know what? I'm not that kind of a guy. I want to get along with everybody. I don't care. We're all just out there fishing. It's
Yep.
just there shouldn't be any drama to it.
Yeah,
I
for
have,
sure.
I've had guys at the launch come in and say, "What are you doing? Going for catfish?" Yeah. Anybody can go out there and catch catfish, and I'll tell them, "Well, anybody can go catch bass, and I can go out there and catch 50 bass today, just like you can."
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it. If
Yep.
I go after, if I want to. So it's just, I don't
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
any of that. I don't need any of that stuff.
We've run into a lot of just people that we don't want to associate with or don't, that give, fishermen a bad name.
Mm-hmm.
Just like in anything, like I've said on previous podcasts and stuff, it's anytime you get a group of men together doing something, there's going to be drama. Whether it's, I was involved in car racing, I was in barbecue competitions, I've, been involved in sports, all this stuff. It doesn't matter what it is. Change the sport, change the people. it's going to be the same. You got good and
Yeah.
bad and all, and you just decide where you're going to interact. If it's going to be with the people you like, great. If not,
Yep.
cut bait.
Yep. Yep.
Just a side note here before I forget about it is that Robbie and Brenda from Lakeport Bait and Tackle
Yep.
and myself, it should be, I think it's going to be August 16th of 26, but we're going to be doing a tournament out of Library Park. It's a
Okay.
benefit tournament for the Lake County Sheriff's Athletic League.
Okay.
Okay.
We're
1 day
going to be doing
tournament,
that.
2 day
We haven't
tournament.
got all the, we don't have all the numbers or exactly how we're going to run it or whatever, but the proceeds are going to the Sheriff's Athletic League,
Well,
Very
cool.
nice.
Well, if
whatever
there's any
we
help
end up
you
bringing
need,
in.
let me know. Not that I need anything else on my plate, but I can give advice, tell you what worked, what not worked. We've been running the bash
Sure dates.
for a long time. August 16th is the date, Eric, that he put on there.
Yeah, that's tentative. I think it's either going to be the 16th or the 24th. I'm not 100% sure yet
Okay.
of next
Okay.
year.
But yeah, just if there's anything we can do to help you, let me know. Ken, I don't want anything from you. I don't get involved in anything. I'm always behind the scenes.
Yep.
I know how to run a tournament. I did a tournament. It was a great tournament. Had a blast, but realized I'm not leading tournaments. I'm not going to do it. It's more work than I get enjoyment out of, and
Yeah.
I love helping and being behind the scenes. And I get
Yeah,
a little bit sick.
Robbie and Brenda from Lakeport Bait and Tackle. They've done a bunch of them. So,
Perfect.
bass tournaments and a few catfish tournaments. They've done a lot of them. So they've got the experience in getting them up and going.
Sounds
Very
good.
good.
You got it
Very
covered.
good. Yep.
All right. Well, Quinn, is there anything else you want to add? Anything else you want to tell us about yourself? We have no idea. Oh, how do we get a hold of you? Give us a number or something? I don't remember.
Oh, yeah, 707-349-8290.
Perfect. So if you're looking, and the name of your business is Clear Lake Catfishing Guide, right?
ClearLakeCatfishGuide.com.
There it is. And you have a
Perfect.
website and a domain.
It's the first one that comes up.
Did
If you
they,
put that in.
can you book online or is it just on the phone?
I do over the phone, email or text. Yeah.
Very
Perfect.
good.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't do a calendar or anything like that.
Are you entering the next bash tournament
Yes.
for Mendocino in
For
October?
October, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Get
I'm
your
gonna be
entry
at
in. I haven't
I'm
seen
gonna
it yet.
I'm gonna be at Pyramid Lake for the first week of October, but I'll be back by that weekend.
Very good. Well, we'd
You
like
guys
to
ever
see-
fish Pyramid Lake, Nevada?
I lived up in Reno for a while, and I did do a lot of fishing up there. When I lived up there, I've been trying to get my wife to go up there and do a little trip up there. I'm wanting to do it this year if we can. But there's some great fishing up there in Pyramid.
Oh,
That's-
we could
that's-
do a Burning Man theme trip to Pyramid Lake.
Burning Man.
No.
You and Burning
No,
Man.
Burning
the-
Man just burned.
No, them natives will kick you out of there real quick.
Come
That
on,
time-
we'll
that-
burn it down.
We're
I've
definitely
fished-
on our bucket list to
I freshwater fish for trout and all other different species all over North America. And
Yeah,
when that fishery is on, that is the best trout fishery in the world.
yeah.
And
You
that's
can catch
no-
some real
that's no
beautiful
kidding.
trout up there.
Oh, very
Yeah,
cool. It is
yeah,
on our bucket list.
Yeah, 200 fish to the boat in a day is pretty common the first week or so after it opens.
When does that open this year?
October 1st.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
Yep.
We'll have to
They're
start
getting more
planning a trip.
pricey. The tribe's getting more pricey.
It's
If you go for 3 days, it's going to cost you $500 to camp, your boat launch, and your licenses. But
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a
'Cause you
great
can-
thing to go do.
You can just camp out right there along the lake, in a motorhome
Yeah,
or
you
whatever,
can
right?
you can camp anywhere. You just have to pay the $30 a night.
Yep. Yep.
Sleep in
So-
your boat.
Yeah, you could do
You
that
can
if
sleep
you wanted
in your
to.
boat.
But the thing with Pyramid Lake, it's on Native American land, and they've got some big superstitions up there on that lake, don't they?
Oh yeah.
The lake babies.
The lake babies.
Lake babies.
That reminds me. Do you know the the Creek Lady in Clear Lake?
Have you ever heard of that one?
Never heard of the Creek Lady?
I never have.
the red with a red sweater and blue jeans. Oh,
I thought it was
we're gonna show you about the Creek Lady.
Yeah, yeah,
Some stories, and we just saw her last weekend when we were up there with
Yeah,
her.
a
She
couple
actually had a
weeks
red
ago.
dress on.
yep.
I think she was coming out of the Bass Lane Bangers cabin. I think I got a picture I sent them of it.
Yeah,
Showing here
yeah.
she was.
Yeah.
So anyway, well,
Yeah.
before we let you go, I just want to open it up, see if there's anybody online that has any questions for you, wants to engage, have a conversation. I don't know, Eric, can they ask on mute, or you got to?
Creek Lady is a tweaker that lives in the bushes, according to Two Birds.
Chris would know.
And then there's the legend of Pyramid Lake.
Yeah. No, you
Yeah.
got a Big Willie, one of the guys at the Amazing Fishing Guy, has a good story about the Creek Lady and experience he had with her out in the
Yep.
water. It's kind of funny to hear it directly from him. But
Yeah.
is there any questions for Dave? Well, people are on. I'm looking at Eric to see if anybody's unmuting.
No one's
Well,
I love how people
okay.
don't like to talk anymore. They just
No,
wanna
no.
listen.
I just want to listen.
That's all right. They're like voyeurs. They just want to watch.
Yep.
There you go. Well, Dave, you're more than welcome to hang out, stay on. We're going to shoot the shit here a little bit more, talk more fishing. And
Fisher report.
Yeah.
Huh?
Very
Fishing
cool.
report. We gave a little fish report.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Feather River's on fire still. A lot of guys are catching. Well, some people are catching.
And Dave said he's been catching the heck out of the catfish. So.
Catfish have been doing well up there. We will definitely be going back here soon.
Yep.
As we get the salmon bug out of our system here. But then once salmon's done, striper's going to pick up. So
Yep.
striper season. It's kind of hard to go to Clear Lake, but I always find that when I need a fix, like when we go in the river and not catching, and it gets so frustrating. So like, let's go to Clear Lake. We're gonna catch it Clear
Yep.
Lake. You get our fix of catfish, and then it's like, all right, now we'll go back to.
It's either that or I go to the bay and go shark fishing.
Yeah, I still
Can
don't.
always go catch sharks.
The thing I don't like about the ocean in period, with nothing to do with you or anybody else, I don't like going to the ocean because there's just feels like there's too many things that can go wrong. And if something does go wrong and happens to be in the water, you now become part of the ecosystem. Like, no, there's things that can eat me in that water, so I have no desire to get into that water or be in a position where I can be in the water. Delta is about as oceany as I get.
I'm going to get you out there. I'm going to get you
I
out
gone
there.
with some of the guys like Joe Gammas and
Yeah.
out there, but
Now we're going to get you out in my boat.
I'm still on edge.
Yeah, we're going to get you out there in my boat. It's
Um,
good times.
I actually went early when I got into fishing, real long time ago. One of the guides that I was.
Wait a minute. Hold on. He says when he got into fishing a real long time ago.
Oh, it was like 4 years ago. But I went out with one of the guides. They're like, "Hey, we're gonna go get some striper or halibut in the bay, right?"
Yep.
So we're in a sled, just a regular river sled,
Yep.
jet drive,
Old
single motor, just to build.
Golden State.
No, it wasn't
No?
that. It
Oh,
was
okay.
way before, early on. I don't want to give them even the time of day of who they are, but we went out in the sled under the Golden Gate Bridge.
Mhm.
Out there, these waves are huge. You got people on other boats videoing us as we're going out. And I'm thinking, these guys are like filming us because this is the last time people are going to see us. This is why they're filming us. They're looking at us like, you guys are nuts. And
Right.
I didn't know any better. But I tell you what, there was a huge pucker factor in there. I think I had to change my shorts when I got back to shore because it was the most scariest thing. And I thought we were going to die that day and
Yeah.
never again. I'm like, nope, I'm not doing
That
this.
potato
ocean
patch can get a little rough.
in a sled
Yeah.
with some big old rollers.
Yeah.
On a windy day, that wind picked up, and I mean,
Yeah.
we got drenched coming back, but we
Yeah.
made it back. It was all good. So never again, not on
Yeah.
a sled.
Yeah. No.
So
Yep.
we're good.
No good.
Quinn, thank you for taking the time on your holiday weekend to call in here.
Hey, you're welcome. Good speaking with you guys.
Yeah, and then definitely tune in, and we'll see what we can do to help promote, what you guys are doing out there, and get on some catfishing. And I know it's Dave Quinn. He's all calling me out. I think I mispronounced because he knows we had a good safety meeting today, so he's just checking to make sure I didn't forget anything. With the holiday, we've been eating food and drinking whiskey and having some good times today. But Dave, thank you very much. Appreciate you. Like I said, you're more than welcome to hang on, chill out, and listen to the rest of the conversation, or bounce. Whatever got to get back to family. It's all cool. We're good.
Okay,
Yes,
man.
thank you for joining us.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, guys. Thank
See you
you.
guys.
All right. So that was our guest for today.
Yep.
If you want to be a guest, you just got to send me a note at Old Farts Fishing, or just hit me up in any of the message me. The best way is just through Stoney Stone on Facebook, or just call my cell phone. Everybody has my number, 408-889-3671. And yeah, we'll get you on as a guest. And you don't have to be a guide.
Nope.
Or, if you are a fisherman and you like, you have I can't even talk now, I'm all tongue tied. If you have your own business and you want to promote your business and you're a fisherman, bring it, like, I still need to get Anthony on.
Yes, we
I
do.
need to get Chris back on. He runs his own business,
Yep.
the meat thing he does. And I don't mean to downplay it, but, Chris runs a meat company. Anthony's
Mhm.
got a cleaning company. You're, working, but you're starting your own Mayhew Makers. You're
Yep.
fabricating boat stuff. And
Yep.
you're making
All
the
kinds of
skigs
boat
right
stuff.
now.
Yep.
And you can make towers. You can make pretty much anything your heart. You just got to come up with an idea and say, hey, can you make this that is still aluminum?
Yep. We can get it figured out.
Get it figured out. So, I'm all about supporting my local guys at whatever business they do. Just, help them grow, because the
Yeah.
more you can make, the more you can spend on fishing.
Good. And it's expensive.
It's
expensive.
It is. And I don't know if this stuff is marketed for the fish or to the fishermen. I think it's to the
Well,
fishermen.
it's like the gold rush for California. The people that really got rich.
Were the people selling the supplies?
Exactly.
The guy selling the shovels and the
Yep.
picks and
Yep.
the
It wasn't the
food
miners.
boxes.
It wasn't the
true.
miners.
So there's maybe there's some reason why Kevin started his own stuff, because
Yeah.
that's where the money's at, is get everybody to buy your stuff.
Yep. Exactly.
And he's got some good stuff. So we definitely bit the
Yeah.
hook, and we definitely use a lot of Kevin's stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got a few of his salmon Silvertron spinners in my box.
Yep.
So
Yep. I think he's got his own names on that stuff, because like the blue foxes, I don't think they're called blue foxes with Kevin, but he's
Yeah.
got his similar. Thing with gear, what's hard for fishermen when they come up with tackle is coming up with something new that
Yeah.
hasn't been created yet, and then once you do come up with something new, how to protect it to where it's not copied.
Yep.
And I don't know what all the rules and litigation that goes on with it, but there's a lot of copies out there. A lot of people, that basically will buy all their blanks and all their stuff from China,
Mm-hmm.
and then either, paint it or do whatever they're gonna do here, or they'll have it all done overseas and have it
Yep.
come in done, and it's just a game. It's how people make money. It's just
Yep.
you have the latest, greatest thing. So I think really they're marketing to the fishermen, not to the fish. Fish don't care.
No.
It's just some things work, some things don't. What makes the most sense.
Yeah.
But if you can come up with a product that sells and you know how to market, you could be a
Yeah.
rich person,
You could very well be rich.
or broke.
Yeah. I think I'm broke.
It's kind of like the drug dealer that uses his own product. You could be a tackle guy, but you kept using your own product. You're never
Yeah.
gonna get rich.
Nope.
You just keep
Nope.
using it all yourself.
Well, unless you're catching the heck out of them, then that's
True.
marketing right there.
It could be, if you know how to
You know.
use that footage.
Yeah. Which, if you're like me, you don't know how to use it. So
Well, if you're like me, you can't fish. I got excited
Yeah.
with one fish. I'm like, now I'm a slayer.
yeah.
Now, if we can go out this Sunday coming up, we're going back to the Feather.
Okay.
But what's cool is I'm taking Eric and his daughter out. His daughter's already talking shit because, I don't know what Eric's been telling her, but she's already set a goal to outfish me, which isn't a very high goal.
No, I mean,
No.
Eric, you need to have your daughter set higher standards.
She sets attainable goals.
Attainable, beat Stoney.
Yeah,
It's attainable.
attainable.
It is, but
Like she wins.
yeah, but it's got to be more gratifying because anybody beats Stoney. I
Hey,
mean,
she still gets a fish at the end of the day.
yeah, I guess.
That's true.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, she's out to catch, not to fish.
Yeah.
Stoney's out to fish.
I'm just out to fish.
Yeah.
I'm one with nature.
Yeah.
Take a nap, whatever.
Yep.
Um,
Enjoy nature.
But we're gonna get them out, and am I keeping you up?
No, I got up early this morning.
I get up every morning, 3
Yeah,
o'clock, 4
well.
o'clock.
I worked though.
I work. I did my time. Now I'm enjoying life. I
Yeah.
still work, but not as hard as
Hey,
you.
That
Oh, wait,
work
Eric
and
works.
pay me can be a thing.
I know. I was like, Eric's, when are you gonna pay me? I'm like, I'm working on it. I got to do it.
Yep.
It'll come.
Yeah.
He reminds me.
Oh, he won't let you forget.
So what are you doing with your boat? Your boat broke down.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it in. I'm gonna take it to the place right across over here. I can't remember the name of it. It's right off of Pyrite. They do Suzuki service, so I'm gonna have them go in and do a diagnostic and see if they can tell me what's wrong with it. Because I feel confident that I can replace the parts and not have to pay somebody else to do that.
You can replace it. You just don't know what's wrong with it.
Exactly. They've got the tools to do the diagnostics on it. I don't.
I remember when I used to have a 1973 Datsun 510. You can pop the hood and you can see the ground.
Yep.
Well, until we put a bigger engine in it, and you couldn't see the ground anymore. But
Right.
but you could work on it. It had points. It had a carburetor. It had a distributor. It
You can
had
adjust everything yourself
there was no
by your
computer.
ear.
Yeah, by your ear or a little freaking thing called the timing light.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
no computer. I think the only computer you had was an MSD box that you
Yeah.
put in,
Yep. Increase your spark.
Edelbrock thing to,
Yeah.
and yeah, everything was,
Yeah.
So my boat, you know me, it's like the big chore for me was putting lights on my boat. And
Yeah.
so story is I did these little videos of us putting lights, I've been putting all these lights in the boat and part of it is I'm Mexican and I can't put hydraulics on it, so I just got to put lights on it.
Yeah.
As much
Yeah.
lights as I can.
Yeah.
So I get these 4-inch LED lights like light bars that you put on. I put 4 of them on the boat, and
Yep.
I'm looking at the wiring harness and I can wire this thing all the way back to the back of the boat to plug into the battery. And I'm like, that's a whole lot of wire. I got to try to hide and move. I go, or I can do it in the trolling motor batteries because they're in the front. And I'm like,
Right.
well, I don't want to really use those batteries because they don't charge unless I put a charger on it. And
Right.
so I'm like, let me just tap into the nav lights. I could do that. It's only 2 wires.
Yep.
It could happen, right? So I tap into the nav lights, hide all the wire. Everything looks great. In the garage, I flip the lights on. They turn on. I'm like, sweet. I turn them off and, button up everything and turn them on again. Everything still works. I'm all sweet. Everything works. We go out to the river. I'm all excited. Took one of my clients and a real estate, photography business out. One of the realtors would take him out, and I'm badass. I got these bright lights going to light our way down this river. He gets in the boat, and I flip the lights on. It lit up like daylight out there. We're going about 3 minutes, and boom, we're in the dark.
Yep.
I'm like, what the hell just happened? They worked literally 3 minutes.
Yep.
So we get to the spot. It wasn't too far away in the dark, and luckily I've been there before, so I just follow my nav, just real slow, not to run into anything. Anchor up. We're sitting there waiting to to fish, and so I get the flashlight, I look in the fuse box, and I see the nav fuse. I pull it out. It's a 5-amp fuse.
Yep.
So I'm like, all right, well, I have these 15-amp fuses. Let me throw a 15-amp in there, and it worked, and the lights came back on. Well, I didn't need to use them anymore, so I'm like, okay, whatever. So I get home, and now my biggest fear is, well, I got a 15-amp fuse, and it's supposed to be a 5-amp fuse. I wonder if those wires are going to get hot and melt, right?
Yep.
So I'm sitting in my garage. I turn the lights on. I leave them on for 5 minutes, and they're still on. 10 minutes, they're still on. They're longer than they did at the river, and I went and touched those wires, and they're a little warm. I mean, not like hot warm, just you can tell that there's some power change. And so I let it on another 10 minutes, so it's like 30 minutes the lights are just sitting on. I touched it, never got any warmer. So I'm like, I think we're good. So we went out this weekend, ran it, everything ran perfect. And
Beautiful.
got lights, and I ran some lights inside the boat now, so the inside of the boat is lit up red. My old boat, we had blue lights. Do never, never, ever put blue lights inside your boat. And the reason why I say that is, what else likes blue lights?
You said mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes, bugs, gnats, and oh my God,
Why
we
is
turn
that?
those blue lights on. Well, you think of your bug lights. Bug lights are blue.
That is true.
You
I
put those
didn't
blue
think about
lights,
that.
you're gonna have bugs everywhere. So yeah, the blue lights looked cool, but were not at all
Okay.
practical.
I'm gonna have to take those out of my boat. Then.
So,
I do have a couple little blue lights under the gunnels.
but we put LEDs all the way
Yeah.
down, and so we put red ones in. And why did I pick red?
Just like the Sith.
This-
The dark side of the force.
no, the red is, well, you think about submarines. Submarines underwater, it's dark. They use red lights.
Mhm.
Why? because your eyes don't dilate with the red, so you can actually see better at night with the red lights. And so we didn't have to use light because the red light was enough to kind of see what we needed to do. But
Right.
I like the red lights, and it goes with my color scheme of red and black.
Right.
Anyway, long story about stupid lights.
Yeah. Hey, as long
But
as they work.
but I do not like working on shit.
The red, is it bright enough that you can see to tie a knot?
If you have good eyes.
Well, then we're fucked.
Well, you still need a headlight. You still need that detail, but it's you can see enough to move stuff around and not trip
Right.
and
Okay.
not
Okay.
the little ambience in the dark.
Ooh, ambience in the
Ambience.
dark when you're fishing with another guy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that went south real quick. No, it's nice. It looks cool.
Yeah.
But
Well, at least your boat runs. Mine don't even run right now.
well, that's the thing is that my actually boat is due for maintenance, and I do not do maintenance on my boat. Meaning I don't do maintenance. Like
Right.
take it into the dealer and they do it all.
Yeah.
I believe my boat's still under warranty, so it's definitely good to do all the maintenance through warranty. That way, if anything goes wrong,
Yep.
we're hopefully
You're
covered.
Yeah. And that's what's weird is I messed with my boat yesterday. I charged the batteries all up, got them all charged up, and I thought it was magneto. Went out. The battery wasn't charging and stuff, and charged my batteries up and put the little gauge on there. It said 12.37 volts. I was like, okay. Started the boat up, went up to like 14.6, 7. I was like, oh, well, okay. Magneto's working for some reason. Let the boat sit there and idle for a good 15 minutes or 20 minutes and didn't skip a beat. So that's why I'm going to take it in and have them hook it up to their little computer and see if they can find something either with a fuel line or the fuel pump, because the high pressure fuel pump's obvious electrical. There's got a low pressure fuel pump in there, and then you got the magneto and the rectifier. It's got to be one of those four things.
One of those four things.
Yeah. So
It's
hopefully they
three
can
more
tell me.
things that I want to deal with.
Hopefully they can tell me what it is, and I can just order the part and
Do it
I can
yourself.
do it myself and be done with it.
See, at least you know how to do it yourself. Me, like I said, doing lights, real simple. Took me like 5 hours to run 4 lights.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was no fun.
Yep.
So next time I'm just gonna get a friend to do it. Oh, never mind.
Ouch.
Ouch. Friend who said, "Yeah, I got you. I'm
Well,
gonna come over," but then he
No.
got vetoed by a higher power.
yes, I definitely got vetoed by a higher power, and it's always going to happen if, yeah,
Happy wife, happy life is all I
Yeah.
gotta say.
exactly. Yep.
It's all good. I don't, and he's still on the podcast. I didn't get upset. I was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I guess." Jill just looks at me and goes, "Well, I guess you have to do it yourself." I'm like, "I'll see you tomorrow." It took
Yep.
a while, but hey, I figured it out. It was challenging, and yeah,
You got it done.
I got it done.
Got it
It
done.
took a little bit of rework, but
Yeah,
I got it done.
that's good.
What else is going on?
We got Mendocino coming up.
Mendocino is coming
When is
up
that? October
October 18th.
18th. Okay.
Yep, and there's as of yesterday there was 12 boats registered. We had a big push right at the beginning, and then it just died out. Now
Yep.
we haven't been pushing a lot of advertising on it, but Mendocino is definitely going to be a tournament that's going to separate some people from qualifying in the top 10.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a big weight tournament. I think Jake is doing a 6 fish bag limit instead of a 3
Ooh.
fish bag limit.
Okay.
Now, it doesn't mean you're going to have a ton of weight, but if you can get 6 fish that are 5 pounds or so, you got some decent
Make
weight.
a little bit of weight. Yeah.
A little bit of weight is going to either make you stay in the top 10 or drop you out of the top
Yeah.
10. So
But
these,
can you get those 6 fish?
well,
That's
I
the
only
next
got 2
question.
last time, so
That's the next question.
you know,
And it's going to be a lot different bite though this time. I mean, you're
gonna
looking
be-
at a summertime bite compared to a midwinter bite,
and the
pretty much.
water is a lot lower.
and the water's a lot lower, concentrating the fish.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. As people learned, it's not a dragging lake.
Yeah.
People drag and didn't catch fish. It's one of those
Might catch a body, but
you might catch, but it's one of those bait and wait things. It's just
Yeah.
a matter of did you pick the right hole? Do you read the lake right? Do you know the structure?
yep.
And are you willing to wait? And then the biggest thing is what bait are you going to use
Yeah.
to attract them? It's not necessarily going to be the same bait you use at Clear Lake. You're gonna have to figure that out.
Yep.
Is a bar S guy is gonna win because they use hot dogs and that's what those people want? Is it gonna be the mackerel guy, the salmon guy, the chicken guy? You
I
know, or
bought
something
some-
totally different, or is it going to be a punch bait?
Yeah, I bought some Uncle Jimmy's Stinkfinger.
Uncle Jimmy Stinkfinger. Now I got an Uncle Jimmy, and now I just got to look at him a little differently.
Yeah, smell his fingers.
No, thank you. I'm not smelling Uncle Jimmy's fingers.
Yep.
Is that what it's really called?
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Has it caught any fish yet?
No, I haven't tried it yet.
Oh my God. But yeah, it brings up an interesting thing though, is in my mind you're fishing a lake, right? It's hotter.
Yeah.
Are the fish going to be swimming around looking for bait, or is it you're gonna pull them in with smell, with
Right.
scent, as opposed to dragging and chasing? I don't think they're gonna chase, but once you find a spot, how are you gonna lure them in? And I think
Yeah.
you might be onto something. This stink bait might be the way to go in a lake. I don't know.
Well, we're gonna find out.
You're gonna find it's either gonna work or it's not.
Exactly.
But yeah, there's something to it, you know. The chicken, just straight up chicken, the amino acids in that might be the trick to work there.
Very well
You know,
could be.
You know, smaller fish, you're going smaller bait. It could be another thing, right?
Yeah.
Is maybe they don't want a big old bait because they're
Yep.
smaller. And if you look into the Dieter Melhorn podcast, you know, talking about, you know, people think big fish, big bait, and that's true.
Right.
But going to the big bait, you're also bypassing the smaller fish.
Yeah.
Sometimes those smaller fish will attract the bigger fish, and they're like, "Hey, what are you eating? I'm going to take it."
Yeah.
Those big fish will hit small bait too.
Oh yeah.
You know, and as Dieter, you know, the analogy he gave was, imagine you just sat down and you had a big baked potato, a big steak, and
Hmm.
you know, a bunch of bread, and you're just gorged, you're full, and all of a sudden you see another big old steak, baked potato. It's like, are you gonna go eat that? You'd be like, no, I'm full. I don't want to eat that.
Nope.
But you see that little piece of chocolate come by, and a little piece
Might
of
have
candy,
that. Yeah.
it's a little sweet or whatever. It's like, oh, I might go taste that, and
Oh yeah.
sure enough, you're catching some big fish on little bait because.
I mean, I've got 6, 7, 8 pound stripers on a little tiny piece of liver.
Well, when you think about striper fishing, is when you drift minnows, you're putting a tiny little hook. We caught, you know, 34-pound striper
Yeah.
on a minnow hook, little
Yeah.
tiny. I mean, it wasn't a big hook,
Yeah.
and it hooked that striper.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It
So,
is not always the big
a lot
bait.
of food for thought when you go to fishing. Big baits, little baits, stink baits,
Mm-hmm.
clean baits, fresh bait, dead bait.
Yep.
I think it's really going to boil down to, did you pick the right bait and did you pick the right location?
Yep.
Everything outside that,
Yeah.
almost irrelevant.
Yeah. And have you heard anything about the lake? I mean, have you heard about the levels? Are we still looking good?
Our
Or
permit hasn't been pulled yet.
Okay.
That's the one wild card, is if, you know, for instance, we keep having these 100+ days for consecutive days.
Mhm.
It could be that the lake drops that much and they end up, you know, pulling the permit. So
Yeah.
I mean, we'll just have to play that by ear. And there's
Yeah.
12 teams registered now. I have a feeling a lot of people are waiting till the last minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I mean, I'll be there.
We hope.
Contest.
Eric's still pushing for a contest. There's 12 people that have registered, and so far there's been no interest. But we will see if we can get some
There's
interest.
been some interest in the costume.
Yeah, by Eric.
Someone, they'll show up in costume.
Yeah. They're gonna be as fishermen, but I mean,
It
it's a
doesn't-
costume.
Hey, it could be themed fishermen. That's not a problem.
He's looking for My Little Pony or something.
Hey, costume is a costume is a costume.
We'll have to give that some heavy thought.
Yeah.
I just don't know if the safety meeting happens early enough for that to happen on a
Yeah.
Saturday
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah. I don't know.
That is an early one.
Yeah.
It is an early one.
Yeah, it's an early one and it's different spots, so you got to think about your lodging and. Are you
We're just gonna
drive
come up today.
Are you?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a hit and run. We're just, you know, Anthony and I are used to, after this Gold Beach trip,
Yeah.
after we did the bash, and then headed up to Gold Beach, and that was a lot of driving
Yeah.
for Anthony.
Yeah.
Anthony drove all the way up. I'm like, dude, you gonna switch? He's like, no, I got it. I'm like, sweet. So he did it solid, and then he
Good.
drove more than half the way back. I'm like,
Nice.
I could do those road trips all day long.
Yep.
You need a
Yeah.
good fishing
Oh,
partner
you
like
little
that.
passenger princess.
Dude, I was in my own car, and I'm like, dude, this is sweet. I just sit back, relax, take a nap.
Hell
It
yeah.
was good. No, Anthony
Yeah.
did. He was a trooper. He made it all happen, so it was all good. It's all good.
Good. Good.
So is there anybody on that has any questions for us? Oh, Ken's there. Ken unmuted.
Anybody?
Oh, Stoney,
Okay.
Stoney. Where do I start, my man?
Oh, where do you start?
Okay, I know this is going to get deleted for the YouTube thing.
You don't know that.
No, that's okay.
I can't
I'm
hear you.
going to be nice here
Lost your hearing.
and let you keep your secretary cape on, even though I know better.
What's Secretary Cape?
The cape that you say I'm just the secretary in these groups.
I think
it-
the right verbiage is the administrative bitch.
But
Yeah, I got you.
it is way unfair. You guys changing the rules in the last inning of the ball game,
Changing the rules?
allowing 6 fish bag limits at Lake Messina.
Why would it be changing? It's a different tournament. Not all tournaments are always
What
the
was
same.
the bag limit on last Lake Messina? 3 fish. You have people
Right.
who plan and strategize based on these tournaments. Now you're changing the rules, saying now you catch 6 fish now.
So let me put my administrative cape on and see what I can do to bring that up and other
Always
people.
remember, Stoney is not an authorized.
Eric, you know better than I do.
Nor does anything he say actually hold weight.
Kids, all I know better than that.
Yeah.
Ken, it's heard. Chris commented he agrees. Let me see what I can do and bring that up. And I agree too. I mean, shit, I only caught 2 fish, so whether you make it 3, 6, 10, it don't matter. I'm only gonna catch 2 fish
Yeah, but the
anyway.
issue is, I mean, I'll say it because it's toward the end of the season. I purposely sat out the 2 Lake Messina tournaments. For the main reason was travel. Another reason was to save my sponsor 2 entry fees, knowing that no matter who won Lake Messina, I could make up that limit at Clear Lake.
That's a good strategy.
What was the first place? What was 8 pounds last year? The first one, 8, 10
First
pounds,
place?
something like that.
No, it was 20 something. I thought it was.
For Mendocino?
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and look, but it was total weight was probably like 20, maybe.
Okay, you could make that up at Clear Lake. Now you're putting 6 fish, bag limit on it. Now those pounds become 30 to 40 pounds, and you're changing it in the bottom of the 9th inning of the tournament.
No, I agree.
If the first tournament was 6 fish, then okay, then you set that standard. It is what it is. It's 6 because the first one was 6. But all these tournaments have been 3 fish. All of a sudden now you want more weights, so we're going to up it to 6 fish.
Yeah. So I'll bring it up. I can't say it'll change, but I will definitely have a voice in it and see what the tournament director says. But good point. It won't be deleted. It'll be in there, Ken. I
Well,
never
you can,
delete
I mean,
Ken's
like I
comment.
said, you could delete it. That's fine. It's just like I said. I think it needed to be said because you guys are changing the rules of the whole season in the bottom of the 9th inning.
It's called Banana Ball.
Savannah Banana Ball.
There you go.
You
Yeah.
ever seen those? Have you ever watched them guys?
We actually watched, they were on ESPN a couple weeks ago, and we actually watched a game, and I was like, I could actually get into this because baseball is so boring to me, and I hated it as a kid, and I had to play it.
Yeah, we
And then
went and watched them in Stockton.
Yeah, it was entertaining. I didn't like
Yeah.
the part where it was just normal baseball.
Yep.
I
Yep.
was like, that just reminds me of
A
baseball.
little too boring.
Yeah. No, it made it interesting.
And
And the beer's too expensive.
congrats on your salmon.
Oh, no, it's all Anthony. Anthony was no, it's a team effort. We always count our fish by how many fish we got in the boat, not who. It's definitely someone reeling it, somebody netting it, and thank God Anthony was netting because seeing how he struggled to get that fish, because if you watch the video I posted today, it was all over the place, and and it tried jumping out of the net a couple
It did.
times.
It did.
And, if it was me, yeah, Anthony would have been throwing me overboard, going, "You lost that fish." So,
Yep.
Most of my river salmon trips were solo on my YouTube channel.
yeah,
Try to fight a fish and net a fish by yourself.
yeah, no, I would have definitely lost it. The thing was that these fish right now downriver, in the feather, before you get up to the outlet, right? If you're down, anywhere below the outlet, say Yuba City, Gridley,
Mhm.
is the fish are still chrome. They still have scales. They're feisty. They're fast. They're not dying yet. They're eager to get up there, and if you saw that fish, if you watch the video and you watch that fish in the net, it's trying to swim up river still. He's just trying to jump out of the net like he's going up a waterfall.
Yep.
And Anthony did a great job of getting him in the boat before he jumped out of the net, out of the boat. And
Yeah.
we're definitely learning a lot every time we go out. And so, yeah, but thank you. Appreciate that.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. We're almost at the top of the hour. I love when Ken calls in because he adds in. And who else we got in?
We got Chris.
Heard somebody
it's
talking
fun.
there.
iPhone.
Who's that?
Nothing.
Get me on there still.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, there's Chris.
No, that was Dave.
That was
Oh,
Chris.
see Chris there.
There's Chris.
Hey, so we got Clash of the Titans this week, and I don't know if you
Oh.
mentioned it. I lost you a little bit there. I
No,
had a
I
call
forgot
come in.
about that.
On my way.
Titans this weekend, huh?
On my way.
Yes. Team Tule Creek Outfitters, or I don't know if they're going by Snag 'em and Bag 'em or Tule Creek. I'm confused on that one. But
Me too. But it's the Tule Creek guys going against who? You?
so I guess it's Aaron McMullen, Kevin Williams, and Brendan LeBoy
Okay.
versus my wife and I. Yes, Viola and I.
All right. Is there any bets? Over unders? What? Who's going to win this one?
You know, it could go either way. I hope I done told him when I talked to him, I'm rooting for him, man. I want to see him get second place so bad. I mean, I'm a pretty fair guy. I really want to see him succeed. So
I'm saying 2 birds by 5 pounds.
2 birds by 5 pounds. I have to write this down.
uh-oh.
Two
I hope you're
birds
right, Eric.
by 5 pounds. We'll get 2 birds by 5 pounds. There's the first one. How much money you putting on it, Eric? No.
Yeah.
You know, hey, they're great fishermen. We got our work cut out, that's for sure.
No, it's the Clash of the Titans has been an interesting series just because of the upsets we've seen. Hook 'em Big ended up with no fish when they competed, which
I
was
damn
a
near
shocker.
ended up with no fish.
You almost ended up with no
Yeah.
fish.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was 2 birds versus Stoney, I'd be
Oh,
like 15, 20.
no doubt.
It's like, I'm not going to be impressed, Chris, unless you beat him by 20 pounds. Then I'm like, okay.
You know, we haven't fished the lake since the last tournament that we were in down there for the
Bash.
bash. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I haven't been up there either.
I've been right on the Canadian border up in on the Puget Sound.
Okay.
It's like, no
I've
way,
been up-
take off, you hoser.
I've been up there
Beautiful
for 3 weeks. I just got home yesterday.
Well,
Nice. You do some rock fishing up there?
No salmon.
Okay.
Salmon.
that's good.
The pinks are in. The cohos are getting in. I did do a little lingcod fishing up there, but I was unsuccessful on that.
All right.
Nice.
Well, good luck to everybody in the Clash of the Titans. Thanks for
Yeah.
reminding me, Chris. I totally forgot that was going on
Yep.
this weekend.
So what I'm gonna do is sometime here in the next week after the tournament, I'll be announcing where the championship's going to be held.
Sweet.
Nice.
Maybe you can call on next Monday and announce that here too.
That'd be great.
Yep.
Perfect. There you go. You heard it here first.
Yep.
On I don't even
Fishing
know
with
what this-
Stoney
I
Stone.
know I keep making these changes.
Yeah.
All these changes. Well, I had to follow Cracker Barrel and do a logo change and
Yeah.
name change, and
Yeah.
we saw that worked for them. Let's see what
Yep.
happens here.
Yep.
Well, I asked everybody, to put in some, input on where they wanted to fish. Because I told everybody in the beginning we would not be fishing Clear Lake, and every single person said Clear Lake.
See,
So
if I would have made it to the finals there, I was going to say Folsom.
right, I just
luck.
wanted to change it up. I mean, come on, we're all supposed to be good fishermen, and just everybody can fish Clear Lake. That's a given. So
But the challenge would be though, if you change, depending on what you do with lakes, is what are the restrictions on those lakes? There's so many of those lakes, Berryessa, Folsom,
Yep.
Orville. They all got this muscle thing going on.
right, so
And they all have different rules.
those lakes are out of the realm of possibility. Because I
So
mean,
you have Mendocino. Clear
well,
Lake.
no, there's a lot of lakes in Northern California with catfish in them, not just Clear
Yeah.
Lake. I mean,
Yeah.
Shasta Lake, you got Lake Sonoma, you have
Does Sonoma have
Blackbeard
I know
Lake,
Shasta's got some muscle restrictions now too.
Yep.
Lake Mendocino, or Lake Sonoma does not, but you've got Black Butte Lake, you got Shasta Lake. It doesn't have any restrictions. Neither does Black Butte. You got
Oh, Ellis
Trinity
Lake.
Lake.
You can do Ellis Lake.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's so many possibilities.
What about Ricky Lake?
Oh yeah, that.
I think it's contaminated.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to put your boat in that lake or not.
Let alone my rod. All right. On that
Oh
note,
boy, this just got weird.
it did. We're gonna bounce. We're 5 minutes over. Appreciate all you guys that are calling in and to the podcast, Fishing with Stoney Stone, and we will see you on the water. And we are gonna go salmon fishing again this weekend and see if we can catch another fish and get Eric and his daughter on a fish. So we'll
Yep.
see.
Stay safe on the water.
Peace out.